Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. We just finished up advising this week. So we had about 144 students come in for advising. It was really great. I will be offering advising throughout the next few weeks, trying to offer extended office hours as much as I can. I'm sending this video out, and it will probably be linked in my other emails, letting you what my office hours are for this week. The best thing to do, emails are almost unmanageable at this point. I just get so many emails. And so it's really difficult for me to respond to emails individually. So what I'm going to do in this email, in this video, is one of the things I recognize with advising, is the thing that I've been hitting home over and over and over again, is that you have to have 120 hours to graduate. You must have 120 hours to graduate, and you must pay attention to DegreeWorks. And you need to rely on DegreeWorks. You can't make up things yourself or try to calculate your things yourself necessarily. You do need to calculate how many hours you need. So I'm going to show you how to find DegreeWorks. I have the video on navigating DegreeWorks, but I'm going to do a very simple video on how to find DegreeWorks and the one place that you need to look at to determine what your hours are and what the hours you need. What I noticed happening this week during advising is, once again, like I have said, we've got students who are coming up in the spring semester and they don't have all the hours they need to graduate. And they're like, how did this happen? How did this happen? So I'm going to walk this through you again. I know that these videos seem somewhat repetitive and boring, but the reason I keep sending them out, and the reason I keep talking about this, and the reason I keep reinforcing it is because every year, I have a handful of students who come up their last semester and have 20, 24 hours going into the spring semester. They're frustrated. They don't want to do. They want to graduate in May and stuff. And they just were not paying attention to DegreeWorks. You must pay attention to DegreeWorks. So I'm going to walk you through this a little bit. This is the UNCG website. You got the 4 circles up here. You click the UNC Genie circle, and then you scroll in and you log into your UNC Genie account. Hopefully I'll be able to do this without it. Make sure I get the right numbers in. Yes. So yours will look, come on, like this for students. So you go to student records. It's the second one down. To find out when your registration window opens up, you go to registration and then add drop. But to find DegreeWorks, you go down to the second one and it says student records, and you click the student records. And then when you look down through here, about halfway down is DegreeWorks. And when you click it, your DegreeWorks will pop up. This is not showing a DegreeWorks because I'm not a student, but yours will show a DegreeWorks. And so I'm going to show you the one essential place you need to look at. DegreeWorks is complicated. I have a video on navigating DegreeWorks. Some of you have general education core requirements. Some of you have Minerva academic curriculum. Some of you are transfer students. You have an associate's arts degree, and there's going to be no general education core requirements that you need. But when you log into your DegreeWorks, that's the wrong one. Let me pull up the other one. Sorry about that. I've got 2 of these. So when you pull up your DegreeWorks, you're going to see, make sure I get this right because I want to make sure this is right. And a couple of things are popping up in front of me right now. Okay. So this is what you should see on your DegreeWorks. So it should have, this is the mock student that we have that we use. So it would have, you should have bachelor's of social work, your major is social work. It should have an advisor. If it doesn't, don't worry. We're going to start assigning advisors as soon as we can. I'm the default advisor until we get you assigned advisor. And all these information should be in there. But right here, you have semester hours required and semester hours applied. So I have an arrow pointing to it, and I've got it set out on a red block. Those are the two numbers that you need to pay attention to. I actually have zoomed in on it on another image. I want to show it to you a little bit closer. I can find it. Sorry, I have a lot of things up on my screen right now. So here, this should be it. And so as you move closer in, so you'll see numbers up here: UNCG credit earns, transfer credit earns, overall credit earns, overall GPA. The GPA is really important, but don't worry about these numbers up here. These are the two numbers I really need for you to pay attention to: the semester hours required and the semester hours applied. The semester hours applied are the number of credit hours that you are currently enrolled in and have completed, that you're currently enrolled in and have completed. So what will happen when you register for spring classes is that number is going to go up, because it's showing the number of semester hours you're enrolled in this semester and the semester hours you are going to be enrolled in the spring. And so you have to be aware of this, in that it is the number of credit hours you completed and are currently enrolled in. So when your registration window opens up in the spring and you register for classes, that number is going to go up, and it's going to reflect the number of classes that you registered for in the spring semester, and you need 120 hours to graduate. The way to ensure that you stay on track is that you need to take 5 classes a semester. That is 15 credit hours. A full-time student starting as a freshman to senior, you will be taking 8 semester hours. 8 divided by 120 is 15 semester hours. If you are taking less than 15 semester hours, unless there's a glitch, or you're a transfer student, or you've been a former student and you have a lot of credit hours, unless you're taking 15 credit hours a semester, you're not going to have enough credit hours to graduate, and you're going to come up to the last semester with 20 or 24 hours, and you're going to try to scramble and figure out how to complete those hours in a semester, and it's not going to work. So I can't reinforce that enough, and I'm seeing it more and more, and I just really think that students are just not paying attention to this DegreeWorks. You need to log into DegreeWorks. You need to pay attention to it. And DegreeWorks can be somewhat misleading, in that you see all these check marks and you think you've completed all the requirements, but you still have electives you need to take. You still have at least 15 credit hours of electives. I had a couple of students during advising this past week, and I was really kind of surprised, because they were arguing that the number was incorrect, because they had gone through and they had manually counted all the numbers of the courses that they had taken, and it was adding up to more than what the registrar's office had listed there in the semester hours applied. And what I'd figured out with them is that they were counting courses twice. Some courses meet 2 different educational requirements. If you take psychology, which is required as an area requirement for the social work general education requirement, it's also counting as a university educational requirement. It's one course. So it'll show up a couple of times on your DegreeWorks, and if you're counting that numbers, you're counting a 1 3-credit course twice. So don't rely on your own mathematics to figure this out. The registrar's office has been doing this years. This is a computer-generated score to tell you your credit hours. So you're not beating it by counting the hours yourself, because what you're doing is you're counting classes twice for 3 credits, and so you're counting it as 6 credits. So once again, you need to look at the number of semester hours required and the number of semester hours that you have completed and are currently enrolled in, and you need to be taking 15 credit hours per semester, so that you don't come up on your final semester with 20, 24 hours, or how many hours you need, and you're scrambling to try to figure out how many hours to graduate with. So once again, you've got to log in degree works. You got to watch. I know it's laborious. I know I'm droning on in it and stuff like that, like I am in this one, but it's really important information. You've got to learn how to navigate that. There's a little legend to the side. I talk about it. It shows you what meets what. It has check marks and squiggly marks, let you know that you're enrolled in courses, that you've complete courses, and that number up there will tell you what you need and what you have. That number is not going to lie to you. So if you're counting up and you're getting more credit hours than what that number is telling you up there, you are counting incorrectly. You are most likely counting a course 2 or 3 times because it's meeting 2 or 3 different requirements on that degree works, and you're going through and just counting those numbers, and you're not factoring in that course is meeting a couple of credit hours. So just to reinforce, that's what you need to look for when you're looking at the number of hours to graduate. And if you want to stay on track, just to ensure, you need to take 5 classes or 15 credit hours per semester. So I will have office hours this week. If you email me, generally on Sunday evenings, you'll get an automatic email response that has a list of my office hours for the week. I try to keep same office hours, but I've got different meetings and stuff that are happening, community events. And so I have to kind of move my office hours around from week to week. So if you email me late Sunday evening, you should get an automated response to show when my office hours are for the week, and then you can plan on coming in and advising. Hope this helps. Pay attention to what you're doing. Take charge of your education. Be responsible for your education. And for those of you who were unable to make it to advising, I'll be in my office, so you can come in either in person or in Zoom. Just be aware, we still have a large number of students that need advising, and I'll try to get to you, each one of you, as soon as I can. I will be in my office and on Zoom. If you Zoom in, there's a virtual waiting room, and there may be several people waiting, so it may take a while, but I'll try to get to you all as soon as I can. Take care, and I will see you all later. Bye.